Shalom Akim. I want to start by saying all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Chakwadash, double honesty apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to Akim pushing this word in all sincerity and honesty, and the whole full leg constantly enduring. Shalom. Straight to the point, type lesson, man. I have a few scriptures here. Okay, we in the last days, and we watching this thing basically come down, man. Okay, this kingdom is being destroyed on all sides. Ecclesiastes 7:5. It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise. Slakia. Ecclesiastes 7:8. This is the point. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Right? Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. Okay, and that's real talk. Okay, when you build something like doing the works, going out there on the highways and byways. Okay, that's the hard part. But when you finish it, you reap what you sow. You see the you see the hard work paying off. Okay, it says better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. Right, the beginning is no end in sight. Now Esau's kingdom, right? That was what our hell, our captivity. Esau was set up to bring judgment upon you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the true Israelites. All right, we served captivity under Esau's rulership. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. But now we're at the end of this thing. Okay, and we've seen this man go down. The beautiful thing is the Lord set up prophets, men to go out there on the highways and byways, mainly of GMS, and men that teach in like manner. Start with our apostles, bishops, and elders on down. Okay, to watch the Lord and set up men to prophesy this place going down, and now the hopeful elect, Lord willing, part of that number, rewatching this place just be destroyed, man, just being dismantled bit by bit. Prophecies coming to pass, and it's a beautiful thing. Okay, because this marks the end of our captivity. It says, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Okay, so we are patient. The elect is patient. Why? Because they're waiting upon Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. All right, not falling off, not selling out. Okay, just going out there on the highways and byways consistently, putting up lessons consistently, present our bodies a living sacrifice in hopes of being a part of that number, okay, of the hopeful elect. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Okay. This is 2nd Ezra, I believe it was 9, and verse 1 says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Okay. Measure the times. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. So it's the thing of diligence. All right. Measuring the times, basically watching these prophecies come to pass, which that's something we've been doing, watching for the uproars of the people, watching for earthquakes, watching for talks of World War III, watching for the development of nuclear missiles, watching for the development of the RFID microchip, and And we at the doors of this thing, man. All right. Right now they have the CBDC, right? Central Bank Digital Currency. All right, Central Banking Digital Currency. All right, the CBDC. Okay. Matter of fact, I could do this too. Let's go CBDC definition. Okay. The central bank digital currencies are digital forms of a country's fiat currency issued and regulated by the central bank and are fixed in value by the government. Okay. So this whole government shutdown and the halt on the EBTs, right? That's crippling the people and crippling the country. A lot of these things are set up so they could bring it to a point where people accept whatever they put in front of them. All right. They really want to get you people to a point of where you have no hope. And then when you at the your last bits, they want to show you something. Oh, we have an idea. So whatever it is, you just take it. It's called auto ab chaos, auto out of chaos. All right, and that's a play that Esau loved to run. That's one of his MOs. All right. So, and ultimately though, that's prophecies coming to pass according to the scriptures. Okay. That's why they have digital currencies being implemented in these different countries, and it's going to come to America, to where it's a total cashless society, right? Where they have your digital ID and whatnot, and your digital ID is gonna be on your phone. It's gonna have your ID. It's gonna have your bank statements. It's gonna have your fares, your bus fare, everything. You're gonna be needing your phone. Your phone's gonna be more there. So if you lose your phone, it's gonna be like losing. It's like starting all over again. Okay. So what's gonna happen is, instead of losing your phone fall in the water, your phone fall on the train tracks, someone steals it, right? Guess what? They just gonna take that information and put it in your hand by way of that chip. Okay? And this is all Esau's MO. So it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So it's a beautiful thing watching this thing happen. See, 2/3, they crying, they sad, they complaining. All right. Woe is me, spirit. But here it is, the elect. We happy, man. Okay. We happy as hell. We jumping up and down. We praising Yahweh, Shimmy Hawashah, because we understand these things have to happen. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, which we see in this right now, okay, especially with the whole on the EBT cards, it says, therefore, when thou shalt be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the day that were before thee, even from the beginning. How the Lord speak by way of his prophets. Okay, and this thing is not old. It's not old news, but it's the news is it been out there by way of the prophets. Okay, it's old, but it's new because his prophecies being told. That's why Ezekiel says, what? And when these things happen, then shalt thou understand a prophet has been among them. Okay? It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all things is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Okay, everything has a beginning and the end is manifest. All these kingdoms had a time to rule, a time to rise, to hit their peak, and then they declined. Okay, so guess what? This kingdom right here, America, NATO, and the EU, aka the beast, all right, or the last leg of the Roman Empire, they're gonna fall the same way these nations fell before them. Okay, but Esau, being so as proud as he is, he's gonna make sure he bring all hell upon these people, because Esau's main goal is to bring in that his enterprise, his new world order, when he's in total rulership through that chip. Okay, not only that, but Esau has a that pride in him, man, that foolish pride. He actually thinks he could fight against Yahweh Shai and those ships, those chariots when he returned. Okay, so Esau's in for a rude awakening. This is Luke 12:49 says, "I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled?" Okay, so that's the Lord, man. That fire the Lord's gonna set upon this earth is those nuclear missiles. Or those thermonuclear missiles. That's how ultimately World War III is gonna end. Okay, with America being destroyed by way of nuclear missiles. Okay, also Israel, and but America is gonna be totally destroyed. Israel is gonna be built up again. You gonna have other countries that's hit by nuclear missiles, but they will be reestablished. But America is gonna be pelted and destroyed totally, right? And no one's gonna live here ever again. It says, "I am come to send fire on earth, and what will I if it be already kindled?" So that fire is already kindled now. You see the people in the uproar; they can't feed their families. Okay, you see some people working for free like slaves. Also, one guy, he worked for the government, right? I don't know what kind of work he did, like it was corporate, whatever. He was in the corner selling hot dogs. Okay, and it's gonna get crucial to the point where they people are gonna start going into the stores, and when the stores are done, they're gonna start going into homes, okay, and vandalizing and destroying homes and lives for the lack of bread. Okay, that's in Second Ezra. It says, "I am come to send fire on earth, and what will I if it be already kindled?" So this thing's gonna be kindled, man. You see what's going on with ICE. You see what's going on with the collapse of the dollar. You see what's going on with the loss of jobs. Okay, the people are in a race. You know, the racists being racist. That racist spirit is becoming louder and stronger, right? Leading up to race wars. Okay, so definitely a fire is kindled, man. All Trump got it. All Trump or the elites, all they got to do is a few more plays, and they're gonna have these people losing their minds. Okay. Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Okay, so in time of Jacob's trouble, this Jacob's trouble is not going to be a cakewalk. It's not going to be easy. Okay, the Lord is a man of war. All right. So even the elect, you're gonna go through things, or we're gonna go through things. Though I'm part of that number. I'm gonna say the hopeful elect. It's gonna go through things to where they are tempted, trials, tribulations, temptations. Okay, you have to go through things, and once they prove themselves or overcome it, like if you're tempted to eat some unclean animal, okay, like swine, like horse meat, but you don't do that. You just thug it out. Okay, well, I ain't gonna say thug it out, but you just be a man about the situation, and you endure it, okay, and you if you have to fast for 2 or 3 days, so be it, okay. But once the Lord sees that you really hold it down, you overcome, okay, the Lord's gonna open up the floodgates for you, man. You're gonna eat, you're gonna drink, you're gonna rejoice, okay. But the Lord ain't raising no softies, man. This ain't no cakewalk. The Lord is a man of war, okay. He wants you to fight for whatever you want to see you fight for your salvation, basically. All right. This whole thing we doing right now, out there in the house and byways doing these lessons. living according to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to the best of our ability. It's a fight, man. Not everybody could do this, okay? But the Lord got put that spirit on you to do it, and keep that spirit on you to do it. All right. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. Yeah, 2/3 you Negroes, Latinos, and Americans are gonna be ashamed that day because you didn't follow the Lord's statute commandments, although or nor did you have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, although you were told by the men. But you follow your government, you follow Esau, you follow the wicked, you follow your enemies, you follow these heathens. So when all hell breaks loose, you understand why judgment has to come upon these people, why you're gonna lose everything. Okay? Your calamity is gonna come upon you. You're gonna lose your kids, lose your homes, right? Unable to support your family. And as a man, that's a shameful thing. But guess what? Yeah, you a man, but if you don't call upon Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, then you're not gonna be a righteous man. You're gonna be a wicked man. You're gonna be destroyed. Okay? When the scriptures say I'll make a man more precious than fine gold, that's talking about a righteous man. All right. I'm gonna end it here. Lord's edifying lesson. I want to say all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Hakodash, double honesty, apostles, bishops, elders, and millstone, citation, I can push this word, and also say the honesty and hopeful that constantly doing. Shalom.